Let's see. Let's see. There, we're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's
Hello,
been a hot
hello.
minute. We didn't have one for January. It's
Oh my
partly
god,
because
yeah.
of me. I'm sorry, but you gotta blame Converge. They took forever to install. So
Nice
yeah.
intro. Converge
Yep.
relentless intro.
Hey,
Sponsor us.
celebrities and
uh,
influencers, Converge will always prioritize them when they get called out, right? So I'm not saying I'm a celebrity or influencer, but you never know.
Wow. A Brushpoint
Maybe they'll upgrade
celebrity.
me for like, you know. But yeah, their technicians were okay, and they upgraded me to Wi-Fi 6. But anyways, enough about me mansplaining why we didn't have a session last month. But yeah, we're back. This is our first for the year, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Yep. And at the end of February at that's been a long hiatus for Brushpoint for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also got problems in my
With the
internet
internet.
last week, so
Yeah.
Oh, but we're also under the same ISP, so
yeah. Great timing for our
great timing.
break. Break kuno.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of things has happened back then.
Yeah.
Let's do a bit of catching up before we start with the topic. What's new with you guys? Anything hot that happened the past 2 months?
Past two
Uh
months.
what have I been doing besides work? Nothing really, just I picked up more sketchbooks that I hopefully will fill. I
Mhm.
have tried to categorize each sketchbook just so I have a purpose on why I will open each and single,
Mm.
you know,
Okay.
sketchbook. I bought a cheap one where I will probably just do a live study of whatever I'm sitting, just like Kim Jong Gi, just sitting down, drawing everything in front of him. That's one book. Another book for uh, just sketching, like practicing some stuff, like how to draw, whatever. And then another book for a complete illustration or something quite polished, something you'll show for people who want to snoop at your sketchbook. That's what I've been doing, but
Like when
that one
when
I
you're
have
scared.
not
Yeah.
I've not touched at all. Like I tried and then I was like, oh man, this is so bad. All right, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna
When you're
draw on this for a
sketching
while.
and somebody asks you like, can I see your sketch pad? And then you'll tell them, oh wait, the, don't check this. Check this one. And then you
Yeah.
have this another another
Check this
sketchbook.
one. Yeah, exactly. I usually
It's like
bring
a
at least two.
presentation.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I've been
it's nice.
doing.
How about you, JS?
Well, I've been drawing a lot too. My sketchbook, and uh, I'm doing a lot of stuff like just exploration, job exploration. You know,
Job
Wow.
and no,
exploration?
and
Job
learning and learning.
exploration.
I I'm reading Tom Fox draws
Hmm.
anatomy book again, and just sketching a lot. Even earlier, I were outside, and I think I used 5 pages, uh,
Wow. That's
just
huge.
sketching while listening to Marco Georgievich podcasts and interviews, and
He has come out of
yeah,
his like hiatus. Well,
yeah,
Social
he just
media
like
hiatus. Yeah, I guess.
yeah, he went off the grid. I know. Yeah.
and I
What
also
podcast
joined
is it?
the contest, their contest,
Oh yeah, I saw
which
your
I
post.
posted.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
great.
Is that the Frazetta one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I actually behind the scenes, I almost joined a game jam. So I almost
Hmm.
because
Wow.
I wasn't able to finish it in time, and
Okay.
I don't even know how to export it yet and submit it, but we were able to me and Ella, my wife, were able to create something like just in just like I think just around 6 days. Just a
Wow.
funny mini game, just for fun. We just tried. There's no big commitment, but I just tried. Can I create something? So maybe next week I can show you. I can show limited people because it's embarrassing. My coding and game design is embarrassing. So
No.
yeah,
No. Mm.
a lot of things
Well,
happened.
I don't know if it's gonna be disappointing or what, but I too have been drawing a lot. So we need to get lives outside
Yeah,
of art. But I've been carrying this little sketchbook with me wherever I go outside, so I have no excuse. Uh,
yeah,
I've been practicing ink actually. I've been getting into inks a lot, mainly because of
Mm.
Frank Frazetta as well. Because I last
same
podcast
inspiration.
episode, I showed you the Frazetta book I had, and it had a lot of inks.
Yeah,
So I've been practicing silhouettes and sketchbook tour a bit. I
Hey,
watched my girlfriend's uncle's band perform. Uh,
do the thingy for
oh, for the
the
it's not
makeup.
thin. It's not makeup. Uh,
yeah, but it's for the lighting, you know, so it will
oh,
focus. It's not for.
there,
There we go. See, it works.
there. I've been drawing, practicing faces, and I've been practicing on wolves and like animals. So,
Mm.
or no erasures. I've been people watching, so my anatomy's off, but it encourages me to keep going and just to draw over it and to be decisive. So, yeah, I've been doing that. Um, aside from work, I've also like moved, so there's that. And it's pretty boring, but I've been setting up the place to be conducive to art. So I was telling the boys earlier off cam, I have a new like setup for traditional art. So right after work, I just
Wow.
go to the side and draw. I have got my charcoals and stuff here. Yeah. Now, why is
Nice
that
setup.
important? Because lately I've been feeling a bit existential, and today's topic is because of me becoming existential. Uh, the topic is job title versus your artistic identity. So yeah, it took us
Mm.
8 minutes of yapping to get to start that.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry,
skip it,
guys.
guys.
You can skip to like 8 minutes if you're. Anyways,
If
it's
you
too
want
late.
to.
But yeah, why? Well, I'm turning 28 this year, and I realized, I'm not exactly where I want to be. I'm in the same industry. I'm in the industry where I wanted to be when I was in my early 20s, which is a miracle because I took a leap of faith and switched careers
Yeah.
without a backup plan, and thankfully I'll be reaching my third year as a junior game artist this May. But that's like for some reason I'm thankful, but I feel like I have to be somewhere else. I think it's never gonna end. I've listened to
It
a
will
lot.
never end. I am 30 years old and I still feel the same as you.
Really? No, like, oh
Man,
man,
it's the curse. It's the artist
Yeah.
curse.
it's the artist curse, but also like I've I maybe it's the Greek lessons instilled in me by my teachers from my school, my Jesuit indoctrination. But I'm kind of obsessed with that in a way that it's tied to who I am. I know people say that your work shouldn't like dictate who you are. I'm
No,
not
it
saying
does now.
I'm not limited to what I'm doing. Yeah, let's be honest, it does to some degree, right? And there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that because that means you feel strongly about it, instead of feeling ashamed about it. Look, you can reframe and look at it that way. So I'm gonna be like on my third year as a junior game artist. But in my heart of hearts, I want to be a concept artist for AAA. But I haven't done concept art like authentic. What is authentic concept art for me? It's work that's actually been shipped. So that's how I measure it. I think that's how they measure it in the game industry, like how
Yeah.
many games you've shipped, right? Uh, Unfortunately, the games that I've shipped are nowhere near AAA. They're in the casual spectrum, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like someone would kill to work in games to be paid to draw. Like I know a couple of people who want to do that, but you know, uh, I want to make like adventure games, like AAA games where you can escape. Because I grew up with that, like God of War, Tomb Raider,
Short God of
Uncharted.
War.
Yeah, it's
That's
for sure God of War. Oh man, I can talk about God of War forever, but yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. So before I hog all of this, I'm gonna pass the mic to either of you guys. So about our topic, what can you say about it? Because you guys are in different fields, we're all in like different backgrounds and dispositions. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be unique how what your take is for that. Mine's very existential, but I don't want to be like a sarpus. So yeah, any one of you guys can continue this. Who wants to go?
I think you should go first. I have nothing to say yet. I will springboard from what you
Well,
say. I don't know
well,
yet.
I think thing is, I think this topic is too personal, man. Why are you doing this to us?
No, it's a
Well,
good
actually,
topic,
yeah,
honestly.
it's a great topic, but
It's
It's a
like
maybe
very
let's just
vulnerable
it's
topic. It's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hard, We're gonna be exposed. So yeah.
we're gonna we are forced to reflect deeply, self
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
reflect, and I think I'm not sure what to say yet. Like I don't have any specific direction here on the things that I want to share. Maybe later, let's see, depending on the discussion. But actually, on the title itself, job title and artistic identity, I think what's clear for me personally is I don't want those two to merge for me. Again, it
Mm,
for other artists it's okay. For them,
interesting.
like they have these dream jobs, dream projects, and you know, there are artists that's actually happy um, staying for many years in one IP under a company. But for me, it's funny because I love uh, reading and listening to the legends, and they always go to the direction of making their own art, their
IP.
own regardless
Yeah.
if this is traditional or digital artists. And maybe because of that influence, it's like for example, one of my dream jobs is working for Magic the Gathering. But I'm again, I know, I think I said this already before, that I know that when I get that I will be happy, but I know that eventually
Yeah.
it's not
Mm,
satisfying for me. I know that even though I don't have it yet. So that's what interesting, because I think it has a lot to do with the things that I hear from other artists too. So yeah, that's my initial uh, insight, like self reflecting about that. Maybe it right now as an illustrator it's because of my job, but I know that in the end all of this, it may be a job, my own thing. In the end I want to do something that is mine, or genuine expression from me, not out of an art brief or a project, or a company, or a game made by others, not because it's not okay or not because it's bad, but yeah, just maybe that's why I'm learning how to create games.
mm-hmm.
That is the future. You will no
The
longer be
future, right?
the DJ Lumpia illustrator. It's now DJ Lumpia, the
Game dev.
game dev.
Game dev. Actually enjoying it much more.
Game
Wow.
dev lumpia. Oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my initial thought.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Man, this is so hard talking and drawing at the same time. This is a new format. So in case you're audio only,
Nice,
we're
nice,
actually
nice, nice.
drawing.
It's nice. It's nice. I like it.
It's nice, very
It's
nice. Yeah.
Same for
not
me,
a
same for
waste. But yeah, like going back to the topic, j- uh, job title, I think that before, I guess when I was younger, that
Mhm,
was something that I would aspire to have, like, a job title. Like,
mhm,
I wanted to be maybe a creative director, an illustrator, concept artist, whatever. Like, that was something that a lot of us inspired to have, a purpose to to encapsulate our artistry, just to
mhm.
finally have a tangible thing to call our art or something like that. But now I think getting older and actually having a job, um, I think job titles is the bridge that will, lead into your artistic identity, or at least it's a path that, you'd want to take to get into your artistic identity. Like, in a way that, I guess in my case, it's a stepping stone where I could earn, to sustain my artistic identity, which is to me just a visual artist. If I continue to just be a visual artist and not really earn in that sense, then am I really
Ah, there we go.
you know am I
Yeah, like
really I
a
mean,
visual
yeah, I'm an
artist.
artist, but yeah, it's hard to continue to be that artist. Yeah, I think that's my take on the topic, or at least the initial idea I had there as well. Yeah.
Mm.
Job title is an illusion. Joke.
Yeah. It's just so that they can, kind
Yes.
of categorize how much you make.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
grading system,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you're all just artists there in that. Yeah.
Right. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to forget that you're still an artist. Like you're just in a different field. So, but I guess because part of it is it's what we do day in day out. So it's kind of impossible not to associate your being with that.
Yeah,
Like is
actually.
this all I'm gonna do? So it's in, it it's kind of inevitable actually if you think about it. Some people disassociate. Well, I applaud, but like for me it's different. So I like to reflect a lot, especially now. But you mentioned someone earlier, JS, Marco Georgievic. I was actually listening to an interview hosted by the Artnest. I think the guy who is running the channel is Timothy.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, it's Timothy, right? Uh, they had a great conversation, and I want to inject some of what I learned from them. Like, from what I want to bounce off from what Red said. Like sometimes, like you gotta take another job to like solve the other problem, like the billing issue, the rent issue, just to sustain yourself, and then you can like use your free time to work towards your other goal. Like I think Timothy mentioned, like sometimes it might be more beneficial to work at the McDonald's or something if you can't find like work as an artist, but you need to solve the rent issue. Like work at the McDonald's to solve the money problem, and then use your free time to like build your um uh I don't want man, I feel hesitant to say portfolio now after what Marco Georgievic said. Because he
Yeah.
said like he doesn't trust the portfolio. Like what? After all this time, like I've been told the portfolio is your passport, man. And
It
then
is.
Marco's like
So.
drops like I don't trust that shit because sometimes like they look good in portfolio, but when you give them the art test, they can't stack up. Something's not matching. Like oh shit, that actually makes sense. He's pretty straightforward with that.
Yeah, yeah.
So that
I
kind
like that
of
guy.
made me wet my pants a while ago. There were some droplets in my brief a while ago when I heard that. Like, what?
Whoa, whoa,
What do
whoa,
you mean?
whoa,
So, but then he's just saying that whatever is on your portfolio, you better be able to like do it in the art test. Because the
True.
funny thing is, he's gone through it all. There are applicants who are like really good on paper, and but during the art test, they suddenly can't draw. And then he's asking for like a checkup for like 3 hours in, but they're not done with the construction. Like, what the hell happened? So yeah, that put up the pressure a bit, but it made me refocus my efforts. I'm not saying abandon your portfolio. That's stupid advice, but I'm saying like just don't focus on your portfolio. Actually build your skills. So practice to draw faster under pressure, under time constraint. So yeah. If you guys haven't watched that yet, you can go over to the Artnest YouTube channel and then like watch that. I think Marco's guesting has like two parts. First part is um about the current state and like um what else he thinks about the portfolios, and about him coming out of his hiatus to like promote his IP, which is Orchid, which is really related to what JS said about earlier about some veteran artists just work on the side, but they really wanna put all their efforts into their own personal project, like have enough money to like leave their day job or whatever just to focus on that, and that's what Marco did. I from what I know, correct me if I'm wrong, JS. He and his wife split the business, so I think the wife
Yeah.
is handling Six More Vodka while he
Mm-hmm.
focuses on
Possibly.
Orchid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sure that he's focusing on Orkan, but I'm not sure about splitting the team. I know they have different departments, focusing on outsourcing, but uh, the one who handles it, most probably, yeah, that's the case, since I also see a lot of uh, the work, Six More Vodka works, which are art directed by his wife, and they're both very great artists.
Oh,
Just
man.
want to say, just want to emphasize that, like,
yeah.
his wife is also
Great
legendary. if you if you
I don't
colors.
know her.
It's
her
crazy.
I
works,
mean, I never got
Oh
her
man.
name. Like
like
it wasn't mentioned in the
the
podcast.
there's a time, that I actually love his wife's works more than
Yeah,
Oh,
same. Me
Marcos.
too. For a
He's
while,
very
I've
fresh.
only
It's
been
like a
looking that.
fashion.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
wait,
I think
what's
it's
her wife? What's his wife's name?
Jelena Georgia. I forgot, but
Jelena.
yeah,
Yelena, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, but just look up Black Gold Sun. I think.
yeah, Black Gold Sun.
Okay. I'm gonna add that to the list
As
of people I
as
study. Yeah.
the color is just amazing. I was actually thinking of doing that here. Of like maybe I should just play with colors and just make some good faces. And I was like,
I
nah.
actually tried her style, and it didn't work. I still don't know how she do that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
man. It
I
is
think
difficult.
that's my view in this topic, because I just realized when you were talking about Pungskis, about Marco, that like almost all of my inspirations, like Dave Raposa, uh, Six More Vodka in general, or Marco, and other artists that I follow, is like on that spot where they are creating their own thing. Though they have these projects, or they started doing commercial projects, but as they go on their careers, like for example, even Monsen, they he has this uh, his own IP too. So maybe it's also because of the inspirations.
Oh,
They mentioned
I
even to.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
sorry,
kind of
what?
reminded me of James Jean. You guys know James Jean, the
Oh
artist.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hmm.
because recently I've rewatched his sketchbook tour, wherein I just suddenly remembered the intro where he kind of mentioned how he tried to work in every single industry he wanted to be like, because before, you know how art likes to categorize each and every, I guess, profession or practice. Like, you're a 3D artist, you should
Yeah,
just be a 3D artist. You're a studio artist, you should just be a studio artist, and so on. You're an animator or whatever. And I just remember him saying, why can't I be all of that? Or I think
Mm,
that kind of really relates to this topic of his artistic identity and job titles, like how I guess he doesn't believe in it, the job titles and all that, because he just wanted to create very artistic posters for movies and all that. Like I remember him saying, eh, why can't I work for the movies just because I do fine art? Why is that not a bridge I can gap or something like that? So I think that speaks a lot of how we should be as artists as well. Like we should just do whatever we want to do. I mean, that is the artistic
Yeah,
identity.
yeah, yeah.
We are artists after all. We're not just
That's the
limited
point.
to doing one single aspect of art. Like, for maybe Bungisnis here, he really wants to be a concept artist now. But I'm sure when he does become one, he'll also strive to do his own personal stuff. Maybe he'll publish a book, or maybe even write, because I know
Yeah.
he loves reading and all that. And the future is very
Future
far
bruises.
away. We can't really predict that. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
as long as we're creative in whatever aspect we're doing, or as long as we enjoy whatever we're doing, I think that's a good identity to have. We're artists and we should just be
yeah.
creative. Yeah.
Oh, and that reminds me of another thing Marco said in the podcast that I listened to it a while ago. Like, how do you like not get burnt out from it as much? Because he said like, what is it that you want to do, even if you weren't paid for it? Like, if no one knew you existed, what would you do? He said like he'd still be doing art for free if he had to. Like
Yeah,
if it were to happen.
he always
So
say that.
just keep doing that, yeah. And I guess it's reframing. I'm not like naming names or anything, but someone might like enter this profession for like money or that prestige of working in like a certain franchise or IP. So and then they get burnt out if it doesn't happen. So
Mm.
maybe I'm projecting. Maybe that's me. So sounds like me. But anyways, it's a reminder to just like go back to where you started. So like telling stories through your art and just making uh stuff you don't really find, because art is that gateway to that. It's like a gateway drug to the stuff you couldn't like see, or like the stuff you want to see. You make art because of that. I think in my
Mm.
opinion. So it's really related to what Red said, that sometimes you don't have to have that a certain title, but you're still gonna make art either regardless, I think. Hopefully. Otherwise you might have different priorities if that's not the case. Why is there like a rectangle?
Like, what is this? It's art.
Sorry,
Sorry.
sorry.
Sorry for the audio only people. We're drawing on Magma, all three of us, while yapping. So I was like, there's a is that green? Oh, I think
That's
it's green.
green. Yeah.
Yeah, like dark green.
Oh, who is that?
That is me.
Okay, because you're both Brushpoint and Magma. I can't
Hold
tell
on, I'm
who's
trying to
who.
paint. Relax.
All right, try and draw an old man. But more or less, if you're the listener out there, if you're on the same boat, it's not the end. Yeah, it's a blessing. Or if you don't believe in blessings, it's a privilege to like make art and then earn from it. But it's also the cheapest form of entertainment. You just need a piece of paper, some writing instruments, or drawing instruments, and there you go. And then work your way up. Because that's how some of the other artists started. They just like Marco Djurdjevic. I keep saying like, yeah, because I recently just listened to his podcast. It's really fresh. Like that's how he started. He didn't come from like a well-off family, and his pastime was just art because he couldn't like afford toys. So the way he'd play make believe was to draw it. So and there he is right now. Like he has his own studio and stuff. He also worked for Marvel for like 6 years, I think. I forgot. That was like 20 years ago. So I
Yeah,
was not aware of that. He was like one of the cover artists for Marvel
yeah. He's
Comics.
he's famous for doing a lot of cover illustrations actually.
Man, I'm a neophyte in some of the legends. So
And if you know Massive Black, like
yeah, yeah.
that's the he was there in the team, and there's a lot of legendaries in that team. I'm not sure if it's like a community or actual studio, but it's very famous team doing concept art and illustrations those
Oh.
days. Conceptart.org days.
Yeah, he also mentioned that as well. The forums when they were just still a thing. Now we have ArtStation and Reddit. Yeah.
But
Speaking of Reddit, he also mentioned that he was so sick and tired of like the social media aspect of it, of like talking and
yeah.
stuff. So that's why he went off the grid to just focus on Orkin. So if you're like that, if you really need to lock in, that might be something you can look into. If uh if for some reason you can't get a job, maybe it's a sign that you gotta focus your efforts somewhere else. I think we this is another tangent in our previous podcast episode about like priorities. Maybe it could be that, but again, like don't beat yourself up over it. But what can you do towards that? We also have that in our other podcast episodes. So man, we're calling out a lot of our old episodes. So hopefully our yeah,
But
that was
going back
yeah.
to the topic of job title and artistic identity, I mean, I agree to Red's point too. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of benefit in being strategic in your job title or your goal as
Mm-hmm.
concept artist or illustrator. Of course, you can strategize it in a way that what's the demand, what are the current projects that are booming right now. What companies are looking for this type of roles, art roles. But at the same time, this because this topic is more on about us individual, like what does it mean for you being an artist. And I think, again, regardless if you're doing art commercially,
Or oh yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
think I'm not sure if this is the right word, but I believe that the world deserves to see how you express your perspective artistically. So, wow, going back to fine arts.
Well, going back, I
I
mean
I'm
that kind of
yeah,
that's very true because if Kim Jong Gi was not discovered, we'll
Until
never. Yeah,
life.
if he
Yeah.
just suddenly stopped
yeah,
doing whatever he wants because he wanted to get a job for whatever anime company or
studio that yeah,
studio, right? We will not
adjusting
know
his
him
style.
as the Kim Jong Gi we know and love.
Yeah,
So that's very true. Man, this topic is very personal, I guess, and
yeah.
very hard to navigate through without actually.
Think
Yeah,
about it.
spelling some names. Yeah.
Mm.
Think about it. Me going away in fine arts and you know working in agency and then in games. Actually, it's also strategic in a way that I know that I cannot because time is very important to me. That time that I
Yeah.
need to earn money, and I know that in the nature of fine arts, you need to build this brand or your name to be successful in that industry. It's not impossible, but I know that there's this thing that you need to have this kind of name or networks before being having a stable job, quote unquote job in that industry. And I know that I can go back anytime I want if if I can afford it and if I'm ready. But I'm just thinking that I actually again, even when other artists ask me, and then I want to paint a big oil painting, you know.
Oh, baby.
To be
That's my
free,
dream.
I swear, you
That's
guys
my
should
dream.
really try to paint
I want to,
something
man.
very very big. Like,
Very big, yeah.
what's there to lose? Is it your profession like mine? No, just do it. Like, what are you scared of? Like, the amount of money
The
you'll
space.
spend on it? You just bought books. What do you mean?
Yeah,
It's
the books are more
something that
expensive than that.
you, yeah, right? It's
Yeah.
something that you'll cherish forever. You'll
Yeah.
be there till, you know, till your granddad, whatever. Yeah,
Just
Oh
till you're
intimidating
man.
at
dead,
first, but
basically.
yeah, like if I
On
have the
that.
money, I will not
Yeah.
limit myself in 3x4 feet
Yeah.
canvas
Right.
in college
Yeah.
days. If I can just afford it big and if I have the space.
Yeah. That's a space. Well. Uh.
I think you're
Yeah.
just adding excuses to,
Oh.
yeah, you're adding excuses
You're
on to
too
why you don't want to pay. I think I always catch myself with that as well. Oh, I don't have this type of paint right now, so I'm not gonna paint in this style. Yeah, yeah, it's, but yeah, that's why I actually tried to have multiple sketchbooks, just so I try to eliminate all those what do you call those hindrances
obstacles.
on,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. In a way, I've been doing that. That's why I got myself this like table and drawing board, drafting board. Yeah. So like, okay, you got no more excuse. It's right beside you.
Yeah.
It's ergonomic because it's inclined. You got no other excuse. Your materials are all here, and it's all sharpened. So you just gotta go do it. And I am actually on the topic of painting. I am gonna get into gouache. I think I mentioned that
Mm,
before already.
yeah.
But I haven't bought it because I just bought a really expensive art book on the topic of art books, so I got this. And if you're a God of War fan, it's worth it. But you mentioned painting big.
Mm.
I want like it's in my bucket list. That's why I'm gonna do gouache because Jeff Watts he said that gouache is like the best gateway or like entry point for an oil painter. He uses gouache as a teaching medium.
I beg to differ.
Oh, okay,
Honestly,
okay.
like,
Really?
the best gateway to oil painting is oil painting, bro.
Is oil
Like,
painting?
Yeah,
Damn
I
it.
why,
actually think so.
why, right?
From my
Why
experience.
is why go an extra mile to buy a different medium if you want to try the other medium?
Because
Like,
oil is expensive and you have to wait for it to dry.
but you can
Well, there
try it.
are
Yeah,
cheap oil paints. Like
yeah,
I was able to
Uh-huh.
afford it.
but yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I mean, or you could buy acrylics. I don't
I don't like I did
know.
acrylic. I don't like I gave them away actually. That's how much I don't like acrylic. I gave them
Acrylic
away
is
to another
hard,
artist.
very hard. It's a different
Yeah.
discipline. But I feel like that would have worked for you as someone very technical at what you do.
Hey, who you talking to? JS or
You,
me?
you, 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 you.
Me?
You, man.
Yeah,
With
you.
acrylics?
You.
Yeah, I feel like that will work for you. You try to lay out every shade or all that jazz. I feel like you're that kind
I
of artist. But I could be
I
wrong.
well, I am a different artist now than when I tried acrylics in college. Because I tried both. Oil and
Hmm.
I loved oil like after acrylic because we had to take acrylic first and then oil. When I
Hmm.
started oil, like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm never going back to acrylic. Like it was fighting me. I don't know what. I couldn't get the mix right. Then I would what's the term? I would just damage the paper. Like I can't paint on top of it because of how wet it is anymore. Um
Hmm.
I forgot the term, but I just couldn't layer properly. Maybe I was impatient. I didn't wait for it to dry. I don't know, but with oil, I love layering, that layering effect, and then how you could just blend depending on the thickness of your oils. I like that actually. And then you could actually do glazes, and you didn't, but then you had to wait for it to dry if you wanted to paint on top of it. So I guess that's where gouache comes in because it's water based, but you can reactivate the layers underneath, almost like oil, because you can just stick it. Actually, once oil like sets, it's there forever.
Once you
But
try
yeah,
it, I swear it's not like oil. It's not. It's just
okay.
difficult.
I
But yeah,
well,
it's
yeah,
fun. It's fun, but
yeah.
it's definitely not like oil. But yeah, I
Okay.
guess I kind of understand how it can be a gateway. I mean, just like any other medium, it can be a gateway to other mediums like
I mean,
Yeah,
don't take my
digital.
word
if
for
you
it, man.
think
I've
about
never
it,
tried it.
if you think about it, charcoal painting is the,
Oil
the
painting of
yeah,
pencils,
that's the nearest non-painting tool that you can, where you can
not
earn.
speaking.
And
Yeah.
this is from Jeff Watts from Watts
Jeff
Atelier.
Watts,
Yeah, that's why
Propo
he's
said that.
teaching
Yeah.
charcoal first before you paint.
Yep. I mean, I've been
But
doing
again, the
charcoal.
best
What do
way
you mean?
to learn is
Just learn it, man. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just do it, man.
it's a very
No
traditional
hullabaloos.
painting. You also need to be familiarized with the tool itself. Like
I guess
it's
for
an
like,
art also,
yeah,
Mm.
understanding your tool.
yeah. I guess for like shorter efforts, for like quick studies or like color roughs, gouache. Because I know the masters did use gouache as well. Like Norman Rockwell. He was a
Yeah.
gouache artist. Yeah. Uh,
For his
Leyendecker and stuff.
further
Mm.
studies, I think. Yeah, that's what he
Further
did.
studies, yeah, the color roughs, I guess. And then when the longer efforts, that's what Jeff calls them. Like oil, those are when you really settle in and like sit down. But yeah, for the quicker efforts, I guess that's where gouache can work. But then again, this is all theory until I try it. So maybe this year, hopefully, it has to be this year because I have this like really I want to say it's a pipe dream, but I was really inspired by Patrick J. Jones. If you look at some of his oil paintings, he has like a mythology series because one of his patrons is a professor in a university for like
Mm.
I think it was for Greek studies or something like that. So he got commissioned to do a bunch of Greek myths and his interpretation. So my pipe dream is to do that, but for Philippine myths, like you know, lamang and stuff or bayanis. Maybe I'll do a big bungisng sport
Hell yeah.
painting. Because
A mural.
a mural. Because Patrick's paintings, he does them big because he had to fill up a wall for gallery shows. So instead of like doing small paintings and multiple of them, because he didn't have time, he just like did the biggest paintings he could do to fill up the wall. So I got really inspired to do that because of what I saw. But again, it's easier said than done. It's like that's because he had like years of mileage. So eventually I'll work my way towards that. You never know. I might do a bakunawa or something like that in like landscape format just for myself. I know I'm not gonna delude myself to get into a gallery. I think I need clout for that. But yeah, like from what Red said, like you just gotta experience painting big ass paintings.
Yeah.
So hopefully all three of us will get there. Problem
Maybe.
would be like the solvents or like how do you get around that, Red? I wanna know.
Solvents, there are a lot of ways that you cannot or you can opt to not use solvents. Like for me, I use just baby oil, but just to completely wash it, I still kind of yeah, we go Diddy Homes on this
Ex-
canvas. But yeah, it's like it's a more pleasant way of trying to wash your oil paints,
Brushes.
yeah, your brushes
how
off
about
your
your
oil.
medium for
My
oil?
medium, I usually just use linseed oil. Nothing more. Some people use sunflower oil. Some people use
Yeah, there's a lot of
a lot of
products.
mixtures of it. Like if you are into, I guess, wanting it to dry much quicker, there are a lot of things that you can put in your medium, and yeah. But again, if you're into those smells, I think I'm not too sure how it smells like, but yeah,
I'm just
turpentine and all that. I don't really use turpentine, but I actually
Yeah,
use kerosene.
yeah,
are those safe?
I mean, they're not safe once
yeah.
you just along exposures
We're
as
talking
to
about
any
years of
other.
exposure.
Yeah, we're
They're
talking
not.
about
Yeah,
traditional mediums here. So yeah.
yeah. Because Bob Ross just like infer that his I'm not sure if it was lymphoma or he died of like something cancer. So they were saying
Mm.
because of his exposure to turpentine all those years might have attributed to that. So you know, I'm kind of scared for that because I did use turpentine before. Yeah.
I'm still alive. I do have a
Yeah.
cough though. Not sure if related.
Hey, but it'll show down the line. He was old when he kind of was
Hmm.
middle age. So yeah.
Oh.
But again,
Hmm.
I'm worrying, but I haven't even started yet. So
Mm.
yeah,
But yeah,
man.
let's try to steer this
Yeah, yeah.
conversation back to the job title and artistic identity for the last
Oh,
maybe 15 minutes of this
right.
conversation, because we are just
Sorry.
rambling and having fun, just chatting. But yeah, I don't know. How do we
I have
go
a
back?
theory. I
Okay.
think we steered it away because it's a very vulnerable topic. It's in our subconscious.
Or
Okay,
you
let's go
just
back.
want some painting advice.
Oh, maybe there's that too. I mean, I can always just message you guys about that. But
Mm.
yeah. Anyways, I guess why did we talk about painting? Because it's something not related to what we do for a living, I
Yeah,
guess. And
maybe,
that's
maybe
important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think
something
that's
that we
one of
want to go
those
back.
freeing things that will let you get out of those confinements of job titles and all that. But why are they against each other? By the way, job title versus artistic identity. Why is there
Why?
why is there a battle between these two, job title and artistic
Because they're not
identity?
always the same sometimes.
Hmm.
Like with me, and some other people. Some people might be working in graphic design rather than in games or entertainment art, right? Some people might be working in architecture, engineering. We know a bunch of those people in our community because it pays the bills or it was their degree. Maybe their family pressured them into that. I don't know. But
Hmm.
yeah, some people might be afflicted by that. That's why they're not always in sync. They're not always in harmony, And if they're not in harmony, sometimes it might lead to you being imbalanced, like mentally, spiritually. Like if you're like me, if you're into the esoteric side. Oh, I just used the word esoteric.
I
Jeff
don't know what
Watts
it
been
Guys,
rubbing.
means.
okay.
I don't know what it means. Sounds great.
Uh,
it,
Sounds
esoteric is
so
like
professional.
so so
the
continue.
mystical side of it, because Jeff Watts has been using the word esoteric because of course he's mastered like the physical attributes of art, but he channels a bit of the esoteric aspects of art
Wow. He
into
used
his
it
work.
again.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know what it
another
means.
favorite word next to juxtaposition.
Uh,
Yeah, it's the spiritual side, I guess. The woo woo side, if you wanna put it down that way. But yeah, if you might not be into that stuff, but if you are, it's not bad because it adds a different layer to your work. And why are we talking about this? Because
I
I
don't
just
know.
talked about esotericism. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
wait, yeah,
trying to
there.
steer it back. Yeah, okay. How
Right,
is
right.
it?
Going back to the topic, because why are they not like, why are they not in harmony?
Why yeah, why are they
Yeah, yeah.
against each other?
Yeah. Depends on the person. Oh man, I'm sorry to the readers because if we're like rambling because we're drawing at the same time. It's so hard. This is a dry run.
I
Maybe-
just remember that I think it's kind of connected to our topic. Just remembered.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember if this is a student or just a random guy in Facebook, but
Mm-hmm.
someone told me before, way before that, like Sergis, someday I want to be an art director, or something like that. And like the first, my first internal reaction is, okay, because it's like, sometimes it's just talking about job title and being an artist. Sometimes there are, these job titles that we are sure that we all agree that is very respectable, but you know that you will go farther from the actual craft that you want to do. And when I hear artists who are supposed, I think, passionate in art, and telling me their dream is to be an art director, it's like I want to ask them right away that, do you love,
Managing
um
people.
do you love
Long
managing people,
meetings.
you know
Do you
doing
not like drawing?
spreadsheets
Mm.
and managing the morale of the team, talking to clients, attending a lot of meetings, and not doing art at all. So it's because sometimes maybe I think there are times, I this is not like a generalized statement, but sometimes we can agree that there are very cool job titles that it's great to put in your CV, and
Yeah.
it's that's why, because I argue sometimes that why are there are other jobs that have this title, like for example engineer, like si architect, si engineer, you know
Mm-hmm.
Si
or
RTC
doctor.
teacher.
I'm not saying that they don't deserve that, right? Because they passed the exam, they work hard for it, but
They earned your license for that. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a double, a multiple level of more respect because of the title
Yeah.
attached to your name. And I'm not saying that we should put something attached to our to our name, but my point is, sometimes it's okay to be just an artist,
Yeah.
because that's what you
Yeah.
want to do, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
be like this in leadership or executive role to be a better or
Principal art.
greater artist. You can just be
Yeah.
an artist, and you can be a great artist, just an average artist. No, there's no problem in that. Especially if you enjoy and you earn a reasonable rate based on the position. Of course,
Yeah.
there are art director will, in the context of a company, will earn more just because of the burden and the leadership role. But it's not necessarily better just because it's a higher position. So that, I think that's one of my takes in terms of this topic, job title and our artistic identity.
Our shenanigans.
Let's not make the job title our passion, guys. Boom.
Correct.
The art
Mhm.
should be the passion. The work that you're
Mm.
doing,
Let's
or
not
the
forget
work that. Yeah.
why we
We
are here in the
started
first
this.
place. Yeah, why we started this. We wanted to draw. That's as simple as that. And it's not because we wanted to
Make money out
manage
of it.
people, yeah,
Yeah,
make
yeah,
money out of it. It's not because we wanted recognition. We just wanted to draw. And like the money and other aspects came after because, we got older, we had more responsibilities and all that, but it doesn't really define the art that we should do, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. That was that was a good ramble session.
It's fun. I got to draw with you guys again.
Yeah, get
I
it
got
off
to,
our chest.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had to just doodle. Yeah. You guys couldn't find me in one space, man. I was like, okay, I'll
yeah.
just
It's like
drawing smaller and small.
it's like a map.
Like at first I was like, okay, maybe I'll get this entire space. And then oh my
It's
god.
like
You
a
can.
war where I push you guys, your
Yeah.
area
Oh,
guys, outside.
It's
who
a
can
diff-
draw the fastest? And who
yeah,
can
obviously. It's
who
pretty
can
apparent.
I will push you guys outside like this.
Yeah.
That was fun. I wish
Yeah.
like more people would have joined the draw as well to see what
Yeah,
you
well,
guys are up to, your interests, your artistic identity or something. You know.
yeah. Oh, speaking of people to join, if you want to join us in drawing in our next podcast episode, you can be part of the server, become a supporter, and have access to that all that jazz. So yeah, a link in the description to be put by Red, right? As usual.
I think it's already
Yeah.
there.
All
Yeah,
right.
we'll
In case
just
the
update the
yeah
description, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the
yeah in
title
case
is
the
Yeah, look,
needs
it's
an
my
update.
my attempt of a Black Gold Sun, but yeah, whatever.
does the invite ever expire like all
Wow.
the others? Because in case it does, you can just message the page or any one of us
Yeah, just in
Yeah.
in our
case, but
contacts.
I'm sure it
Mhm.
doesn't. But if it does,
Yeah,
don't be shy and just say hi.
yeah. Oh man, I'm glad we got that off our chest. I guess we just needed to like talk about it. I think it's just mostly me. I'm sorry, guys. I brought you down. Because I know JS is like living life. You know, he's blowing it out of the water with his recent project, so he's
Just
pretty
coding,
satisfied.
do
Yeah.
joining some contest, and then
Man, he has time to join contests. Sheesh.
yeah, because I don't have any projects.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you had multiple
congratulations.
projects.
That's
I
an
mean,
oof.
yeah, I have multiple, but now I'm at the end of those projects and just fixing some layers, submitting files, and maybe just wait for some payments. And what's next, I don't know. And as a freelance, it's not great news
It's not for the
because
faint-hearted.
yeah, for if you're in freelance, you're supposed to have like the next uh you're supposed to
Project
have the
lined up
perfect,
already.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
line of projects. So I actually I'm very satisfied, and I think so. Going back to our topic and the actual thing that I want to share is,
Uh-huh.
doing the illustration for
Mm-hmm.
the Orcan contest. So
Yeah.
satisfying, man. It's like
Mm-hmm.
uh, I just did it in a few days, and I'm not
What flex?
saying I'm a genius or something, but I'm so in the zone when I'm doing it, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think I can bring more of my potential
Wow.
in contests more than in projects.
Oh, I mean, of course. I mean, that's how you apply all what you've learned,
Yeah,
really,
yeah, yeah.
right? Because you're really spewing out all that
And
knowledge you've been,
because in projects, it's easy to say that this start with, so I cannot do anything about this. But I don't have I can't say any excuses when like it's for a contest or personal art, because it's like I have the power to decide what the artwork that I will do. And if there's a mistake there, if there's something that I don't want, it's because I decided to put it there, you know.
Hmm.
But if
Mm.
it's good, then I decided to make that good. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
and
know what you mean.
I'm really,
That's all.
it's really satisfying. I think I never felt that for a long time, even though it's just a 1 week um, illustration. So yeah, thank you, Six More Vodka.
This was actually just a six more vodka podcast more than
Yeah,
anything. Because
it's like
actually,
Brushpoint.
before we
Brushpoint is not
went
interesting
live,
enough.
we
Let's talk about
yeah.
We were talking about six more vodka as
yeah.
well.
Let's talk about
Man,
other people,
these.
other community. Why talk about
Mm-hmm.
I
Brushpoint?
talk about. Yeah, man. There's plenty more out there. Who are we? We're just a bunch of Filipinos in working in an art community. Ah, man. Yeah. In case you were feeling down, hopefully that topic and that talk like lifted you up. If it didn't, I'm sorry. If it made you more depressed, I'm sorry. based on what we talked about. But that's not our intention. But if you want to talk more about it with us, you can join our community down below. Link in the description. It's free, or you can become a supporter as well for just
See you
a
guys in
whopping
the
$5.
community. Yeah,
Yeah,
I miss the community.
Maybe we
Just
can
hang
yeah.
out
join.
Just
there. I'm so busy. I
the
can't hang
same,
out.
man. The
Like,
move and all was so hectic. So yeah.
And
Oh
the
man.
internet. You need
Oh,
my
internet
dog,
Steven.
my
sponsor.
career. Oh my gosh. Everything is
Oh
such a hassle for just 2 months already of this year. Crazy.
yeah. Oh well, but that's the price we pay for pursuing a career in art. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully our next talk, our next podcast will have like something brighter to talk about. But this was I think this was a needed talk. I mean, for anyone out there who might be going through the motions as well.
Mm.
Hopefully, yeah. I got nothing else to say, guys. How about you? You guys have any
I'm good.
final
I'm good.
remarks?
Just
I'm
want to
good.
draw
I
again.
just, yeah, I just wanted to say that you guys should just keep on drawing,
Sure.
painting, keeping your
It's
arts
so
true as it can ever be. So yeah.
mm,
Enjoy creating,
I'm sure.
guys.
So hard to talk while drawing, man.
that
I'm all
was
over the
actually
place.
that was
I'm
very
so
fun.
sorry.
That was very fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. My hands are up. I'm off the canvas. All right, guys.
Pencils up. All right. See you guys.